coming up on News 2. More from Governor Kenneth Mapp's press conference, including the methyl bromide investigation that has affected an entire family. Are the power rotations over? The latest from WAPA. Plus, NOAA scientists are here mapping the seafloor habitat. We'll take you on board the ship that uses state-of-the-art technology and high-definition cameras. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Mansingh. Topping our newscast, Governor Mapp's announcement of a health commissioner Wednesday is significant. The governor wants the hospital structure revamped and reformed, as we mentioned yesterday. But he also talked about improving services for residents, and they've already found some money to do it. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
New mothers and infants will soon get the services they need after the governor announced Wednesday that his administration found millions of dollars in unspent grants.
We have identified over $15.4 million of federal grant monies that are available to be spent in the Department of Health as far back as fiscal 2012 that we have not drawn and utilized.
Governor Mapp said over $3.5 million is available to provide support for new moms and infants, more than $2.5 million to be used for mental health services, and another $1 million to help with nutrition for new moms and their infants.
To be able to send public health nurses into the homes of new moms to assist them for a few weeks in acclimating to having a child, the ability to take over $2.5 million in direct services to our mentally ill in the community. A number of these folks are unfortunately on the street and appear to be homeless, who have no access to medicines, no access to support, no access to counseling.
The governor says most of the remaining $8 million is designated for new jobs that are fully funded by the federal government. He's charged Health Commissioner designee Phyllis Wallace with filling these positions so that they can provide even more health services. Senior citizens will also be getting some much-needed attention, the governor announcing that they will be restarting full services for seniors across the VI. They'll start on St. John. These services will include meals and 5 brand new buses.
Based on federal dollars that are sitting there unspent, no money needs to come from the general fund. We expect to hire an additional 22 individuals that will be working in our senior citizens divisions under the Department of Human Services.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
Governor Mapp said applying for more grant funding is also on their list of priorities so they can provide additional health services. Lawmakers are outraged over the March 20th poisoning of a vacationing family on St. John. Senate President Neville James said Terminix broke both local and federal laws when they used methyl bromide to spray a condo unit next door to where the Delaware family was staying. The pesticide is banned from use except for agriculture, and the EPA and Planning and Natural Resources continue to investigate. The U.S. Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation, and the VI government may not be far behind.
Part of DPR's work led them to 2 additional companies in the territory who have possession of this noxious gas and poison, and it appears, and note my term, let me emphasize, it appears that these companies too have been misapplying and using this noxious poison in the territory. Terminix and the other companies in the territory will be held fully accountable for the misapplication and use of these poisons.
Now, during Wednesday's press conference, Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter took a few moments to update the public on what his office is doing. He said they're working with St. John residents on the property tax issue, but he also said the territory may soon be getting an individual health insurance carrier.
It's something that is extremely critical. It's something that's very much needed. We have over 33,000 uninsured, and we have been working diligently in that area to see if we can get someone to finally come and offer the necessary health insurance for our residents.
The territory would soon have its own Coast Guard interceptors. On Friday, the U.S. Coast Guard Sector San Juan will be announcing the stationing of a 33-foot special purpose craft law enforcement interceptor boats in the Virgin Islands. Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett will be present, and Sector San Juan Commander Robert Warren will be delivering remarks. We'll have some details in a later newscast. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration sent researchers to the territory the past couple of weeks, and while their research vessel was dwarfed by the huge cruise ships docked alongside it at Crown Bay on St. Thomas, the ship actually packs a pretty big scientific punch. News2's April Knight was on board and brings us some details.
NOAA scientists Tim Batista and Chris Taylor spent 12 days at sea recently. They were on board the Nancy Foster, a NOAA ship that does research in the East Coast and the Caribbean. The last several days, they were exploring Virgin Islands waters.
We've been mapping the seafloor with high-resolution sonar systems. We've been deploying a remotely operated vehicle, which is a vehicle which goes down to the bottom of the seafloor to take pictures and video. And we've also been mapping fish acoustics, fishery distributions using fish acoustics.
A former Navy torpedo testing ship, Nancy Foster, is now loaded with cutting-edge research technology, which the scientists use to help local researchers.
We're collecting data at very high resolution, providing amazing pictures of the seafloor. It's like we pulled away the water so we can see what's on the bottom.
We're actually tracking remotely an underwater glider, an autonomous vehicle that's been sailing by itself around the island of St. Croix. Still underwater right now. Last we heard. We get emails from it about every 3 hours.
And then there's this remote-controlled vehicle that can serve as the ship's eyes down to depths of 1,000 meters, way beyond the reach of any diver. Batista and Taylor's work goes beyond the cool factor. The research they do could impact the fishing industry in the territory.
We were quite surprised at the number of snapper that we saw in deep waters. It's a species that's becoming more common to the fisheries, but we don't know very much about the type of habitats that it's using. And so really only with the technology that we had on board the ship we were able to find them, get some really good video, high-resolution imagery, and very precise locations of where they are.
Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
Well, meanwhile, National Park Service and the University of Miami have been applying acoustic tags to reef fish, coney reef, queen trigger, and red parrotfish in order to track their movements and acoustic telemetry. Fish traps are deployed within Buck Island Reef and that's been going on from March 30th through the 10th of April. There may be up to 10 pots deployed at any given time, and we'll have floats that are labeled NPS and or research. This fishing activity is unusual because fishing is usually not permitted in the National Monument, and possession of fishing gear is prohibited. This is a permitted research study, and no fish will be harvested. Instead, fish will be returned alive to their capture locations after tagging is complete. We'll turn our attention overseas. The witness who used his cell phone to capture video of Officer Michael Slager gunning down Walter Scott after a routine traffic stop is speaking out. The video shows Scott attempting to flee and Slager firing 8 times, then dropping something next to the victim's body. According to witness Fiden Santana, Slager had control of the situation and that Scott was trying to just get away from the taser. Slager is now charged with murder and currently being held without bond. 7 other officers who arrived on the scene are also under investigation. Keeping our eye on the economy, here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow, NASDAQ, S&P all up. The Dow 56, NASDAQ 23, S&P 9. Coming up on News 2, much more straight ahead after the rotations the past couple of nights. Are there more rotations scheduled? We hear from WAPA. Plus, the month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and local organizations are recognizing it with the theme Activists for Change. We'll be right back. WAPA has issued a tentative electrical service interruption schedule for small sections of St. Thomas this evening. They say if the demand for electricity surpasses the power generating capacity of the power plant, Plant personnel completed repairs on Unit 23 and is expected to undergo testing later this evening. Work continued Thursday to repair a breaker on Unit 15. Necessary rotating service interruptions will occur, they say, at 2-hour intervals. That's from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Sections of feeder 7A, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sections of feeder 6A, 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Sections of feeder 7C, 8B, 9C, and then 12:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Sections of feeder 7D. The authority apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Well, the month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and local organizations are recognizing it with that theme. Activists for Change, the Run the Night 5K Glow Run is one of the events, raising funds and awareness for the Family Resource Center. Hundreds of runners and walkers will light up the waterfront on Friday night, April 10th, as they embark on an epic adventure through several glow zones, leading to the electric dance party on the other side of the finish line. There will also be a silent auction and raffle, of which 100% of the proceeds will benefit the Family Resource Center. CC's Closet will be on display at the Jazz in the Park. That's also on Friday night from 7:30 p.m. to 11. Be sure to tune in to News2 on Friday. We'll hear from the Executive Director of the Family Resource Center on more of the events planned for the entire month of April. A St. John Christian Academy student is the winner in the St. Thomas St. John District's primary spelling bee this morning, held at BCB School. Sage Osiris, congratulations, a 9-year-old third grader, was the first place winner out of a field of 17 students. Her winning word, hurricane. Now the top 6 winners were second place, Noah Espejo, Antilles School, third grader. Third place, Ariana Fleming, the Janie Twitt Elementary School, third grader. And fourth place, Najee Bailey, All Saints Cathedral School, third grader. And fifth place, Victor Rogers, Gladys Abraham Elementary School, third place. And then in sixth place, Sakeem Arnold, E. Benjamin Oliver School, second grader. And those students will go on to compete in the territorial spelling bee. Congratulations. Well, the April 9th VI Lottery ticket displays a variety of local fish supporting local farming and encouraging you to imagine the possibilities that come from eating healthy. With that in mind, here are the winning lottery numbers drawn earlier today.
The VI Lottery presents draw results of today's drawing on News 2. Here are the top prizes. Fifth prize for $20,000, 25658, 25658. Fourth prize for $30,000, 05582, 05582. Third prize for $40,000, 10856, 10856. Second prize for $65,000, 17830, 17830. And the winning ticket number for the grand prize of $175,000 is 17986. 17986. If your ticket number wasn't called, keep trying. One of these days, your number could win. The next drawing is April 23rd. Play the VI Lottery and imagine the possibilities.
Good luck as you check those tickets. Be sure to stick around. Your News2 AccuWeather forecast comes your way next.